Visit 15 of the spookiest abandoned places around the world. The world is full of spooky and abandoned places. The eerie isolation and the history echoed within their walls make these abandoned places very interesting visit. If you are someone who has fun interrupting the ghostly solitude of an abandoned building, you might want to go and visit these spooky locations. Here are 15 of the scariest abandoned places. 1. Pripyat, Chernobyl, Ukraine. Pripyat was a nuclear city founded in the 70s. It was once occupied by more than 49,000 people until the Chernobyl disaster. During the catastrophic nuclear accident, many of the residents died due to radiation-induced cancer. Although Pripyat is open to public access and has become a popular tourist spot, Ukrainian officials say that the place will remain uninhabitable for another 20,000 years. Here's where you can get some more history on the Chernobyl disaster. Kolmanskop, Namibia. The once thriving town of Kolmanskop started to die out after the First World War. German miners began to head south, leaving their homes and possessions behind. When they found rich diamond-bearing deposits on a beach terrace located 270 kilometers south of Kolmanskop, the ghost town is now a popular destination for photographers. Château Miranda in Celle, Belgium. The Miranda Castle in Celle was built in 1866 in a neo-Gothic style. It was commissioned by Liedekerk de Beaufort family, who had left their previous home during the French Revolution. The architect who was in charge died before the construction was finished. It served as an orphanage and also a holiday camp for sickly children till 1970. The castle has been abandoned places since 1991 as the maintenance cost was too expensive. The spooky-looking castle is also featured in the American TV series Hannibal. Dhanushkodi, India, on the southeastern tip of Pamban Island. The wreck of this old city is located between India and Sri Lanka. A part of the state of Tamil Nadu, Dhanushkodi was destroyed by a cyclone and has been abandoned since 1964. The Starjet roller coaster, New Jersey, USA. The once fully operational roller coaster at Casino Pier in Seaside Heights was swept into the ocean when Hurricane Sandy hit the New York and New Jersey shores. The Starjet was a replacement for the similarly named Jetstar that stood there before it. It stands on the shores of Atlantic Ocean as a reminder of destruction caused by the hurricane. A replacement roller coaster, the Hydrus, opened in 2017. Gar Kundar, India. Kundar is a small village situated in Tikamgarh district, near Jhansi, Madhya Pradesh. Located on a hill near the village are the ruins of the Gar Kundar fort. They tell the tale of the glorious past of the Kangar rulers. For several decades, the Gar Kundar fort has been rumored to be haunted. It is currently under consideration to be restored. Sanji houses, Taiwan. These houses, resembling flying saucers, are located in the Sanji district, New Taipei City. Although the buildings are completely abandoned places, it is popular with tourists for its unusual architecture. The location is said to be inauspicious as it witnessed a lot of deaths and suicides during construction. Hotel del Salto, Colombia. The mansion was built in 1928 and was intended to function as a hotel for tourists who visited Tequendama Falls. Featuring beautiful French architecture, it was abandoned due to pollution of the Bogotá River, and was rumored to be haunted. It was turned into Tequendama Falls Museum of Biodiversity and Culture in 2013. La Isla de las Muñecas, Mexico. Just outside Mexico City, the island of dolls is home to many worn-out and creepy dolls. It's said that the caretaker of the island found a dead body of a girl on the island, so he started hanging up old dolls to the trees all around the island in order to appease the girl's spirit. Later, in 2001, the caretaker himself was found dead in the spot where he said he found the girl's dead body. Whitley Court, Worcestershire, England. This imposing mansion was originally built in the 17th century for the Foleys. It was later expanded by architect John Nash under the Earls of Dudley in the 19th century. At its peak it was one of the great palaces in England. However, it was sold off after the First World War, and suffered a devastating fire in 1937 from which it never recovered. The ruins of the house have since been stabilized, and the garden restored. Hashima Island, Japan, commonly called Gunkanjima, or Battleship Island. Hashima Island is located 9 miles away from Nagasaki. Opened as a coal mining facility in 1887. It was abandoned in 1974 when the undersea coal mines started to deplete. It started to attract tourists in the 2000s because of the historic ruins it represented. Surrounded by the calm sea, it was also featured in the James Bond film Skyfall, as villain's lair. The floating forest in Sydney. Homebush Bay is located on the south bank of the Parramatta River, in the inner west of Sydney. This is where many decommissioned ships end up. The 102-year-old SS Airfield in the bay is known as the floating forest because of the mangrove forest that has grown in its rusted hull. These abandoned places are not for the faint-hearted. If you enjoy exploring spooky, abandoned places as you unravel their complex history, this list is the perfect guide for you. Visit these abandoned places around the world and plunge yourself into a different dimension. Have we missed any of your favorite spooky and abandoned places? If so, do share them in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you enjoy this video, please appreciate me by subscribing to my channel below.